Tomprede Roberta, Adewoye Victor, Alabi Oluwafemi Abiodun, Ariabai Jackson, Christiana Ogenerobo, Daniel Umukoro, Ede Chukwuebuka, Ibukun Akinjobi, Iyere Susan, John Taiwo, Levi Omagbemi, Machine Orohoro, Michael Amazement, Ogenerobo Oko, Oria B. Benga Michael. Please move to the seat, the second row, very, very quickly. So we'll be going straight to our next panel. I can see every one of you seated. Thank you so much. Our next panel is discussing the impact of AI in government, DevOps, product development, and grassroots impact. And this panel, we have another set of amazing individuals. Again, just like we did in the first panel, as I call them, in no particular order, please put your hands together for them. First on the list is Mr. Akinola Shupo. He's the founder and lead consultant at Stacksford UK. Please put your hands together as he comes up. Next on this panel is Mr. Godslove Chinekwe. He's the CEO of SquadUX.com and the creative director at Brave Achievers International. Thank you. And next on this panel is architect Rachel Angbazo, Deputy Director of Fiscal Responsibility Commission, Abuja. And next on this panel is Honorable Rosemary Ojochenemi Oshikoya. She's the Executive Director at Ladi Memorial Foundation, and she will also be moderating this panel.
It's been 3 awesome, amazing days. And what would be your take? The topic of the day, what we've been talking about. Would you want to share with us a bit of that before we begin? Opening remarks, yes. Starting with you, sir. Ayo.
So how's it been? I think, for me, I think what I've seen is that suddenly a lot of people coming in here, they didn't know what to expect. And so we're coming into the room, and I've been going about different rooms trying to size the opinions of different attendees. And you can tell that, in a way, it's been an eye-opener for a lot of people. And from the low-code aspect, especially also to the video and animation aspect, a lot of people have been learning a lot of it and realizing how much they can achieve with the different tools available out there. So I think, yeah, that has been something I think I didn't know what to expect at the beginning as well, but seeing the feedback and how people have been engaging and eager to deploy and use these tools, I think that's been really good and encouraging.
Godslove, this has been a lot of, from some of us coming in here, whenever you talk computer, your mind quickly goes into how do I use computer as a software? Can I type? I mean, that becomes the basic thing, computer application. But coming here, we're talking about AI, what is the AI? And then when you now begin to apply it, is this really relevant to us in your own case? Because we're saying beyond just talking about its application in other modes, how do you think that AI in itself, from everything we've been talking about the past few days, how does product development make any sense? Does it mean it will now take over the job of Coca-Cola? You know, that is product also. But whenever we talk product development, what really should we have in mind?
I think when we say product development, it covers any kind of product, whether digital, physical, like Coca-Cola, like you mentioned. It covers all that. I do think that AI is going to touch all that space. Because just like when we started using computers, it looked like a foreign thing at the time. But now if you go into any industry, computers are well used. They're used for all sorts of things. So just the same way, AI, the disruption that AI is bringing is going to happen across board as well. Because it just makes things different. I believe we're in a reset period. There's a reset going on. A reset. Things are starting up again, and it's a great opportunity for anyone to jump in and ride it. Like it's a great opportunity to ride it.
Coming back to you, Architect Rachel, how does this make sense in government? Because oftentimes we talk about government, we talk about bureaucracies, and in which way would you think that we could do from the Nigerian context? How can AI be better for those of us in government? How does that help the function of government as we know it? And what should be the emerging trends we begin to see in terms of without the phobia and it's taking over our work that everybody would want to think about? How would that really apply? What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so thank you so much for that question. The impact of AI already in government cannot be overemphasized. Already government in recent years has begun to automate its systems. Okay, so for projects, for instance, government expenditure, we have what we call GIFMIS. It's a government integrated financial management information systems. There is also IPS. For those who work in government, you would know what IPS is. It's the integrated personnel and payroll management system. So, and as these things are evolving, government is saving in a lot of funds that would otherwise have been wasted. When IPS was introduced, for instance, a lot of ghost workers were isolated from the system because they were just not there. And what IPS, which is an automated system, does is that you have your name, you have your date of birth, and all of your information attached to your name. So there cannot be one Rachel Angbazo who is born on my birthday, who is working in this place at the same time. So that already isolates those who are not there, those who are ghost workers. And so that is already saving government a lot of money. Also in expenditure monitoring and general monitoring of government projects and all of that. Today, I was also learning that there are new ideas of how projects, for instance, can be monitored without you having to necessarily go to those projects. And if that is already being done, it already removes the human bias in the monitoring of government projects. So that in itself already is plugging the leakages that you find in government. Thank you.